This is Nostrovini and his boxing report is a pretty goddamn good what you call card Saturday. Now I'm going to tell you most of them, but there may be a few left down, which I'll get back to. Gotta figure out, what fights I'm going to put a little moolah down on. I gotta figure out, how much I'm going to report this because it's, you know, some of these fights are obscure and they keep on changing the roster. And then I had to redo it. That's a pain in the butt. Anyway, this is the first one I'm going to say because I don't know if it's in the morning. It's supposed to on Prime. It's supposed to be at 9 o'clock. How could that work in Australia? Because it's the time zones. I got to figure that out. I got to have people who know time zones and have the heads there. Tim Tetsua against Joe Spencer. And this is an interesting fight. Tim is coming out of two defeats. One, well, yeah, he lost on points to Figueroa, the big, tall, pole that punches like a man in a bloodbath. Well, that was okay. He actually persevered with a terrible gash in his head, but he lost on points. It could be argued that he won the fight. It's hard to say, but he lost. Then he goes against this big Ruski or Tipikian or whatever. Looked like he was fighting out of his own weight class because he's coming up. He was, welterweight for a long time. So here he is. He's fighting this Ruski, and well, former Ruski in Soviet republics. Let's not split hairs here. And he got crushed. I mean, really, literally crushed like a bug. And he got knocked down a lot. He got knocked senseless. They had to pull him out of the fight. All right. He didn't take a 10 count, but he took a beating. Now he's coming in with another big puncher. Not a big puncher in size, but he's a junior middleweight, both a match. Joey Spencer. Joey Spencer is a puncher and he's very fast. What he might lack is a little durability. He was beaten by a fighter named Gomez. And Gomez took everything he could throw at him. And Joey just, he's a young guy. He may not got his man bones yet. Anyway, it's a very dangerous fight for Tim because if Tim gets knocked out and when this puncher punches, he has faster hands than Tim. But my prediction is Tim is going to win the fight. Tim is he's too durable and he's a good boxer. And he's going to have his moments, Joey. But Joey's American, USA, how nationalist I am. But you got to be realistic. Uh, you know, but you never know. He's a puncher that Joey can jolt, and Joey can maybe surprise a lot of people. I might bet a little bit on a side bet, bet against myself. I don't know. Let's see what else is going on here. Uh, Richard Torres Jr., American of Hispanic heritage, is fighting Guido Venlino from Italy. Now I'm divided here. This is cutting me in two because Torres is an American, USA, and I have a little Paisan blood in me, so Guido would normally I would favor him. But this is so I got my loyalties are split. What can I say? Anyway, I think it's going to be a war. Guido is the toughest guy that my man Torres has ever fought. It's going to be a battle. It may even go the distance. Everybody that Torres has fought is getting knocked down. This is a devastating puncher in the mold of the Rocky Marciano type. He's relatively not that tall, 6'1", 6'2". Uh, Vito is 6'6". And the fights that he's had trouble with are being cut. He actually fought punches. He fought this African guy. The name slips me. Very big punch. Very good fight. Very close fight. He lost the decision. Or did he win it? I'm not sure, quite honestly. I think he lost the decision. Anyway, this is going to be a great fight. I think Torres is going to hit him to the body and cut him up and knock him out. War, though. While it lasts, it's going to be a war. It's going to be a war of attrition. Torres, and there is, He's gonna have a situation on his hands for a while. Chesapeake, Alec, but one of those Hispanics, Melchizedek, has fallen Arnold, even unmore pronounceable, Nicaragua Mikuguga from Africa. Now, I'll tell you something, this. If I hadn't researched this, I would have said Genevieve might be defeated via what you call it, a big upset. But he wasn't, because quite honestly, in the amateurs, this guy, the African guy from Congo, he's never been knocked out as a professional. He looks like he's a powerful guy. He's a pressure fighter with intelligence, but he was knocked out in the amateurs. You would have met the Chesapeake in there. But you never know. I might do a side bet on this because the style, I think the Chesapeake doesn't fight well going backwards. And he gets them on the ropes. The African does a dumber on them. We go on either way. But I have to go by, and because you say, well, amateurs don't count. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. They count more days because they let professionals and amateurs switch back in camps. Very strange to me. Joyce, Philippe Hatguru. Okay. Joyce he's seen better days. He's shot one. He was floored in his last fight. He was knocked out a few times. He just doesn't have the durability. Yeah, he's like a shadow of himself, or a shell. And he's gonna fight Flip, and Flip is a good fighter. I'd say, he's no great fighter, but he can fight. And he's more in the tank than Joyce. Joyce will find no joy at the end of this fight. David Hadley against Jermaine TKV. What's going to happen here? David Adderley is a very good fighter. He lost to Woodley in a war. He's fast, devastating one-punch knockout, or somewhat smooth, and it's all there. Jennifer Naker is sort of he's a good fighter. He's a little heavy set, not that I'm sure prejudiced against heavy fighters, but he's not. He cut very, very badly. He's never fought a fighter like this. He should lose. He'll put up a fight. I would say, Adelaide is potentially first class or second class. DK is, third class because, he's just not, he doesn't have that much firepower. He does it on guts and does it on some technique. All right, that's my predictions. Anything else? Let me see if I got something. The game they came the five. Let's see. Ay, ay, ay. What the hell is going on? It's the last one I'll do. This is from ProBox. Ricardo Sales. Nearly all his fights. I got somewhere here. It's only 20 fights, 15 KOs, 22 losses, I think. And he has been and he's devastating. Kurt Cruz, I don't know his record. He doesn't have that many KOs. He's a good fighter, good boxer, but he's a little long in the tooth. While the other guy's in his 20s, he may be able to outbox him and leave his traps. But Sales is a pretty good boxer himself, so I think Sales is going to win by knockout. It's going to be interesting. It'll be interesting. I gotta go over these fights a little more. See, I don't know. Wait. Am I gonna get up in here? Let's see. Notes. Jeopardy. Oh, my goodness me. He dropped a good fight. Nicholas Flies against Gabriel Masters. That would have been interesting. Flies is a real prospect, very slick, a good puncher, durable. He was going to fight Colorado Masters, big puncher, was way on the tooth. If he had long in the tooth, he would have things. Then Ricardo Sales, 2-2 and 2 15 KOs out of 15 victories. Big puncher against Kurt Cruz, 17-1-3 with 11 kills. Not a bad record in terms of he alternate punches. But Ricardo's younger, and I think he's gonna do it. He's faster. McQuan Williams, 22-0 with two draws and 10 KOs. I like the guy's name of Quan Dolos against Samartanio Moran, 30-7-1 with 21 KOs. Those can bang a little bit, but I'm a Quan who is marvelous, and his is his nickname. As sales, his name is Magic Man because the Magic Man fighting nope, somebody doesn't have a nickname. You gotta have your nickname. Gio Lopez, 17-0 with 12 KOs against Rene Artvic, 34-15-0 with 22 KOs. He's an up-and-coming guy fighting from a little bit of a dangerous club fighter. David A.D. Benjamin, 10-0 with one draw, 8 KOs. It's a prospect. They gotta look him up. Correta Rosita Gomez Jr., 14-8-3, classic club fighter, 10 KOs. Okay. Oh, I wasn't looking at my notes too much and I'm going like this after an hour video. I shouldn't have done this. Now I'm going to do it again. All right. Yeah, I'm a little wounded here, a walking wound. Okay, here we go. East side, west side, all around the